Arne, one of the striking things about you all season has been how calm and composed you've been. How were you in the last few moments of that game?
I think there were 6 or 7 minutes where I wasn't that composed. We all know what I mean, and I think today was a bit the same. Scoring a goal in the final stages of the game, and then still 7 minutes to go. So I like referees who give a lot of extra time, especially if the other team did a lot of time wasting. But we did not do this for 1 second, and there was 7 minutes extra. So boys had to fight very hard, and I tried, like the fans, everything I could do to fire them up from the side. And we survived because they had a header on the bar in extra time.
Did you like the reaction once it did go to 1-1? Because it had been a difficult second half, then they get level, but you had it within yourselves and to go again.
Yeah, that is probably what we've done whole season. So after a disappointment, being knocked out by Paris Saint-Germain, we show up again. To show up every 3 days with this mentality, because we don't win game the easy way. And the easy way, I mean, we just take control of the ball and we pass it 5 times around, and we have a goal and the next goal, the next goal. No. If we achieve something this year, it's mostly about the mentality the players have shown, and that's what you saw today as well. Very difficult second half. We needed Alisson because Paqueta and Kudus were incredible the whole game, but especially the second half. And then we conceded the 1-1 with an own goal. How much disappointment can you get after losing last week, and then immediately a chance for Lucio, and a goal from Virgil shows you how much mentality these boys have.
So if you were to sum up why, or if Liverpool are going to be champions, would you almost point to that moment in the game, 1-1, this is what we've done, this has been the difference?
There's always debate about if you win the games the way we do, you can say it's very hard for us to win a game of football, but I would give a lot of credits for that actually, because it's not only us. I saw the result when I came in, Chelsea Ipswich 2-2. There's no one who wins a game of football that easy, and because this league is so strong now, you have to put so much effort in to bring your wins over the line, and that's why I think these players deserve a lot of credit, because it's so much easier if you win a game of football 3 or 4 or 5-0. But to win it the way we do, every time we have to fight for it, against Everton, last week against Fulham where we didn't win, and now again, that is, I think, a big compliment for this team.
What changed then, first half to second half? Because you were dominant first half and not so second half.
No, you're even positive if you say not so second half. First half performance really good. A lot of movement, a lot of runs. We controlled the game. Maybe we should have gone 2-0 up in that period of time. Second half made it much more difficult for us because they brought so many players into their midfield. So they started off with 2 number 9s, and then all of a sudden, I saw the manager telling Kudus that he had to drop, and all of Kudus started to run everywhere, and he was almost uncontrollable for us today. And that led to chances, because they also have a Bowen, a player that can run in behind the last line. So yeah, you have a problem on your midfield because they bring an extra player over there, but they still have the threat of deep runs as well. And that made it really hard for us the second half. But Ali saved us multiple times, and they did score with an own goal from us. But yeah, then set pieces tell you how important that is.
Well done, boss. Overriding emotion at the end, what would it be?
Overriding the emotion in the end, it would be a relief. I think that's the best word to use. So when you concede 1-1 just before the end, where you felt like, we probably survived the biggest storm of all the chances they had. But then, conceding it with an own goal. At that moment of time, I felt like, maybe the best we can do now is getting a point over the line. But I underestimated my players one more time, because they felt completely different than I felt maybe in that moment. They stepped up, tried to force the goal. We were close to that with Lucio. As a result of that, we got a corner kick where Virgil headed it in. And again, that showed us, the world, me, everyone, how important set pieces are in a modern game of football.
How well did Alexis McAllister do in the first place to win the corner, then delivers that winning corner almost for the goal?
So it wasn't that corner that came from the shot from Lucio? Yeah. No, it was indeed, Alexis counter-pressing. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I already skipped a moment. Yeah. Well done by the referee, though, because I think one of their players tried to show as if he was fouled, which didn't happen, and so that was well done. His 7 minutes were maybe well done also. But the amount of time this season I saw a team we were facing doing time wasting after time wasting after time wasting after time wasting, and then I look at the board and I see 4 or 5 minutes. So that was quite a frustration to see 7 today if you consider all the other moments. Mostly because we just scored, of course. But the referee had a good game, and he interpreted the situation really well, and as a result, Alexis took it. And Virgil waited for a big moment to score a set piece.
So often we've been studying talking about attacking interventions, Mo Salah over and over again, and you have an intervention like the goalkeepers today, who I think 5, maybe 6 world-class saves that he pulls off on the day.
Yeah. That's why I was a bit disappointed for him that he didn't keep a clean sheet, because I think Virgil, Mo were all part today of big moments. So Mo was there with the first goal, a great moment where he took the ball and gave an assist. Ali was outstanding, made so many saves, and Virgil waited for a big moment to score a header. I think these are also the first players you look at in this particular time. They've experienced many things, including winning a league title, so you hope that they show up in games like this, and that's what they definitely did.
You mentioned there about underestimating them, but they have time and again become, the mentality monsters that Jurgen coined them. They find ways, don't they, when the odds are stacked against them?
Yeah, that's definitely one of their qualities. But I think what also happened, the moment we conceded, our fans were not disappointed. Yeah, they probably were disappointed, but they said, whoa, this is not going to happen. So the players and the fans stood up together, and you could just feel the game being turned around by the players, but definitely also by the fans. And as a result of that, we scored a great set piece.
And just finally, you could almost see that relief in you at the end. You were animated. We could see how much it meant to you. 3 points closer now to that promised land.
Yeah, because maybe I know even more than so many others how hard it is to win a game of football in the Premier League, especially for us, because you can see it as us not being good enough that we don't win our games with 3-4 or 5-0. But tell me one team that does this in this particular season, where the Premier League has been stronger than ever before. So then you understand how difficult it is to win a game of football. And if you win it like us today, because I don't really feel we deserved this win, those are probably the biggest ones to take, and that was a relief. And I felt it. I think everybody felt it.
Certainly did. Well done, boss.
Thank you.
Well, Ali, first of all, I feel like I should say thank you. What a performance from you today.
No, I don't need to say thank you. It's part of my job. I know you are pleased. I'm pleased as well. Pleased to come back and to deliver to the team a good performance, helping the team with the 3 points. Unfortunately, no clean sheet this afternoon, but all that matters is the 3 points, and I'm so glad of it.
So many times you've done it as a team, even with the 9 seconds and you suffer that setback, you still feel as though Liverpool will find a way to get back in the game.
Yeah. It's really disappointing when you concede a goal like that. We know our responsibility on the goal. Sometimes you have to clap hands to the opponents because they deserve for the way they play, but it was really poor from us for 15-20 minutes defensive-wise, giving too much space. But then we have to highlight the energy, the intensity we put at the end of the match after conceding the goal to get the winner at the last minutes and keep defending, keep the result. Football is about that as well. Not always you're gonna have a clear performance, a clear game, and we have to deal with that. And this makes us strong as well.
It was a really sharp start, wasn't it? We scored at a good time. Mo was on fire. He was always going to be involved in creating the goal, and there seemed to be maybe that little lull before the end of the first half.
Yeah. We started really well the game. I think the biggest part of the game we played well. Even defending, even if they had chances, but in the Premier League, if you play not well for 20 minutes, you can get punished. Maybe even 1 minute, you can get punished. The place West Ham is at the table, don't say anything about their quality, their team. They are so strong, so good. so good, so many good players, and they create chaos in the midfield, up front, in the last line is difficult to defend. But I'm so glad that we could get the result, and brings us closer to our main goal this season.
I counted 5 brilliant saves from you. I might be maybe missing 1 or 2 out there, but brilliant for you to be back. It's probably been a couple of weeks of frustration not being able to be in there.
Yeah, it's always I'm always frustrated when I cannot be involved in the games, and this season happens a few times. But this is part of our profession as well. A part of being a footballer is deal with these upsets, with these situations, with injuries, and I'm so happy to be back to help the team and to enjoy enjoy playing is what I love to do, and as long as I love it, I will do that, and we will enjoy a lot.
3 points closer. It feels that the players stayed out a little bit longer at the end, as though you feel as a group now that you are that little bit closer to the promised land.
Well, I think to this point, we always come here to speak with you guys, with the media, and we say, okay, we have to focus for the next challenge and don't think too much about the points, the advantage, because it's what we believe is the right thing to do. Not only to show like that we are humble or anything like that, because this is what you need to do. You need to focus on the next challenge you have in front of you. Otherwise, you don't move forward. But now it's getting really closer. We are at the point we cannot avoid anymore to talk about this, and we just have to show the right attitude in front of the fans at the games. We have to play as champions, plays, working hard, fighting so hard for the whole game, and really showing what we're gonna do for the next games.